Hello, my name is Robbie Brandano with Great Eastern Seafood, located here in the seaport of Boston, Massachusetts. I am here today with Chef Basil of Calamari Fisheries and the Daily Catch Restaurant in the historic Boston's Little Italy, the North End. Basil is going to demonstrate on how versatile and easy it is to cook monkfish, which is a underutilized species caught here in the Northeast. Basil and I are going to head into the main kitchen.
Hello everybody, my name is Basil Freddura. I'm the chef at the Daily Catch Restaurant in Boston. Today we are going to show you a delicious recipe for monkfish, okay? We're going to be cooking Monkfish Cacciatore. It's a very simple recipe, but very delicious. And we're going to be featuring a local species, very delicious fish, monkfish. It's abundant in our local waters off the coast of New England. It's landed year-round. It's fairly affordable. It's just a really good eating fish that most people probably have never eaten before. Dense, but also delicate. It's tough to explain, you know, you just have to eat it for yourself and find out how delicious it is, and I think it's a fish that you can really fall in love with. I love eating it at home. Like I said, monkfish is very versatile. You can cook it many different ways. You can roast it, you can braise it, you can fry it, you can cook it in a soup, in a broth, you can poach it. It's an extremely versatile fish. So I'm sure everybody's familiar with cacciatore. It's typically done with chicken. It means hunter style. It's a very rustic dish that originated in Italy. And we are doing a take on it today with monkfish. Pretty much in the same recipe. And you can add your own little twist to it if you want. You know, you can't really screw it up, you know. So today we're going to be doing some monkfish that we're going to cut in a minute. We're going to be serving that with Kalamata olives that I cut in half. We got some sliced red onions. We've got some julienne, red and green bell pepper. We've got some sun-dried tomatoes. Some white button mushrooms. We've got some butter. We've got some flour. And then, of course, garlic, salt, pepper, crushed pepper, and some parsley. To walk you through this recipe step by step and show you how easy it is to cook at home. I compare monkfish to chicken a lot. It's very similar in the way you handle it and cut it and process it, but also in the recipes that you can apply to it, like we are doing today, the Monkfish Cacciatore. So I think that's what we're going to use for today's recipe. So I'm going to take our nice fresh monkfish. We're going to cut them into, you know, even thickness chunks. And we're going to go ahead and put this recipe together for you. Okay, so we've got our nice monkfish medallions cut. Okay, we've already done the prep for our vegetables like we talked about earlier. We've got our, mise en place, if you will, ready to go. So that means we're ready to turn this pan on. You can use any pan you have at your house. You know, we're in a restaurant, so we're using a good old restaurant saute pan. Non-stick will work. Oven proof is good. That way you can pop it in the oven. You know, if you need more room on the stove top to prepare some other dishes. So we're going to take our pan. I like to cook on high heat. I'm going to take some olive oil. Okay, and we're going to just kind of let that get hot. So as that pan's heating up, we're going to go ahead and season this monkfish, okay, with some salt, some pepper, okay, both sides. Now you can add any seasoning you like. I mean, if you've got some different flavor profiles you want, you can, you know, season this up with some dried herbs or really any profile that you guys like to cook with at home. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to dredge that in our flour. Here at the restaurant we're using our seasoning flour, but you can use all-purpose flour at home, or rice flour, or really whatever type of flour you like to dredge with at home. So we're going to just kind of dredge that on both sides as we're waiting for our oil to get hot. Okay. Shake it off really good. You know, because if you don't, all this extra flour is just going to go into the pan. It's going to just burn it. It's just going to burn on the bottom. So, got our monkfish dredged up. Okay, we're going to just wait for this pan to catch up. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and build this dish. All right, so our pan is getting hot now. It's starting to smoke a little bit, okay? So we're going to just take these medallions, we're going to shake it off really good, and we're just going to kind of drag them in there, okay? So they don't stick. Okay, shake it around a little bit. Non-stick pan is good in this instance if you're not that comfortable pan-searing fish at your house. Okay, we're just going to shake the pan a little bit, make sure that it's not sticking. Okay. Just kind of reduce that down. What's going on now is we're just getting just looking for some nice color on this. So make sure it's not sticking. Get some nice caramelization there. I don't know if you guys can see that at home. Okay. Okay, so we're going to just kind of sear this for a couple of minutes on each side, looking for that color. We're going to adjust our heat as needed. Everybody's stove is different. Everybody's kitchen's a little bit different. You know your stove. You know, I tell people when you're cooking, loosely follow a recipe, right? Recipes are made to be loosely followed, okay? Unless you're baking. Okay, so once we've got a nice color on that, look at that, huh? Isn't that beautiful? We got some nice color. We're going to just go ahead and gently flip these gorgeous medallions over. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and build the sauce. So we flip this monkfish. Now we're going to go ahead and build this sauce. Okay, and this is a beautiful dish. It's a one pan dish. We're just going to start adding our ingredients to this pan. And it's all going to just come together. Okay, so now we're going to start to add our ingredients, okay? So we're going to add our vegetables. So we're going to add our nice red onions, okay? Kind of scatter them throughout, right on top. Okay? Then we're going to add some sliced button mushrooms right on top, okay? We're going to add some nice julienne bell peppers. You can use whatever colors you want. Or you can skip out on them. I mean, you can put whatever you want in this dish. You can even put leftover vegetables you have in there. You got some broccoli that's left over. You got some green beans. Literally anything. All right, we're going to just kind of let that come together. All right. We're going to find the bottom of that pan. We're going to throw some garlic in there, okay? Throw a little butter in the middle there too, right in that bowl. We'll let that cook for a minute, all right? I'll let that cook for a minute. It's okay if it seems like it's sticking, because once we add the liquid, it's all going to loosen up. So, next, we're going to add some white. We're going to deglaze this pan with some white wine. Then we're going to add some tomato sauce. You can use just any sauce you have lying around. You can open up a can of tomatoes. You can add fresh tomatoes, even a little tomato paste will do the job. So since we're here at the restaurant, we're going to just add a little bit of tomato sauce. All right. I'm going to go ahead and season this dish with a little bit more salt. Okay. A little bit of pepper. All right. If you like spicy, this is when you can add your crushed red pepper or hot sauce. We're just going to add a couple flakes, excuse me. All right. What are we forgetting? Sun-dried tomatoes. Let's add some of those. Why not? We have them kicking around. That's going to be delicious in there. All right, and we're going to add some Kalamata olives. You can add black olives. You can literally add green olives. You can not add any olives. Okay. I'm going to just kind of throw a little bit of parsley on it. All right. And throw a little bit of butter on top. Okay. We're going to just kind of let this kind of cook. Kind of stirring it. 350, 375, okay? And we'll check in on it later. All right, so it's been about 10, 15 minutes. Let's check in on our Monkfish Cacciatore out of the oven, okay? Let's take it out. Let's look at it. Look at that. We've got some nice caramelization going. The sauce is thickened up nicely, okay? The fish looks like it's perfectly cooked. We're just gonna go ahead and garnish that with some nice parsley or any herb of your choice. All right, and then I like to serve this dish just a nice rustic hunk of bread right on the side, right like that. That way you can dip it in that delicious sauce. I mean, you really just can't go wrong. It'll keep you nice and warm this winter. All right, so here we go. We got a beautiful Monkfish Cacciatore. I mean, look at this. I mean, the sauce is kind of thickened up nicely, right? Look at that.
It smells great.
You can taste the peppers in the sauce, the sweetness. You know, the flavors, the juices come out of that monkfish and kind of went into that sauce. So let's dig in. Let's find a nice. Should we put it on the plate? You want a plate, Robbie?
I'm gonna go right in here.
You're gonna go right in. All right.
Go right in, nice and hot. peppers. I smell it all coming together nicely. The oil, the olives.
We're going to serve me here. We
Hot,
got
looks
nice,
hot.
got a nice medallion here. Just kind of spoon some of that over. Okay. Spoon some of that over.
Delicious. Cool. Very, very good.
Hello.
We're here at the Daily Catch North End at 323 Hanover Street in the heart of Little Italy, where it all started in 1973 when Paul Freddura fell in love with the bountiful New England seafood that he was able to just walk down to the docks and get. He started off as a fish market here, and then when he met our mother, Maria Freddura, that's when the true love story began. 52 years later, we've got my 6 brothers and myself carrying on the family legacy, serving some of the best New England seafood served Sicilian style. We just opened right 2 doors down, the Daily Catch takeout window, so you can just get your grab-and-go food quick. Around the corner, we've got the Daily Catch waterfront at 65 Atlantic Avenue, and soon to be open next month, the Daily Catch Pasadena, all the way in California, where we'll be delivering the delicious, fresh New England seafood directly to our doors to serve it on the West Coast.